Alright, just this morning it was already announced from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell that the repeal and replace Obamacare bill is already dead because they couldn't get the necessary votes from the Republicans. In fact, there's been 4 defections, as far as I know, from the latest repeal and replace bill that was supposed to go out through the Senate and eventually maybe to the president. I should have seen this coming, to be honest, because there has been a lot of internal disputes, especially associated within the Republican Party right now. And that is really not a good thing, since we're controlling a majority of both the Senate, the House of Representatives, and let's not even forget the presidency. Let's not forget that. This internal opposition has been definitely a major obstacle when trying to deal with Obamacare as a whole. In fact, that's definitely what killed it in the first place. Before the announcement of taking out the bill from voting, there were actually already two Republican senators who said that they would oppose the bill. I think that they were Rand Paul and Susan Collins, as far as I know, but I can't be for sure. Now, here's the thing: Republicans control a majority in the House, 52 out of the 100 seats, and they can afford to lose 2 senators in terms of defections, and which would eventually lead to a tie. And since Mike Pence, who is a Republican, controls the vice presidency, he would most likely favor the passage of this bill. But unfortunately, there were already 2 other people who actually decided to defect as well. Thus, the vote brings down to 48, and apparent efforts are obviously dead. So these people who decided to vote, who were expected to vote no, were Susan Collins of Maine, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Shelley Capito of West Virginia, and even perhaps Rob Portman, at least as far as I know. This is really frustrating to me, again, because of all this internal conflict. It's completely derailing the agenda for the Republican Party, such as like replacing and repealing Obamacare, trying to fix the tax system, and among other things. Heck, even including infrastructure and trying to stop illegal immigration, and to build even a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, a lot of people are saying on the internet that it's the Republicans' fault. To be fair, they're both in the these guys who are making this criticism are both in the right and in the wrong. I mean, true that the Republicans were promising to repeal and replace Obamacare, and so far that hasn't been delivered. But let's be clear here: 4 senators of the Republican Party derailed this bill. 4 of them. That leaves 48 Republican senators still supporting this bill, even though that there's backlash against the entire Republican Party. So I don't think it should be fair to blame it all on these Republican senators, but rather on the 4 who decided, nope, I think that this is a bad idea. It's how this gets into their mind is how they voted like this is mind-boggling to me, because Obamacare is killing healthcare as we know it. Premiums are going up. In fact, it went up by 200%, I think, back in 2016, and they're still going up. And these guys are just sitting around and doing nothing. So, I am seriously pissed off that these 4 senators just decided to derail this. I'm hopeful that something different might actually happen. In fact, according to The Hill, there was actually um a point where Senator Mitch McConnell suggested that he is prepared to move forward on a vote on just repealing Obamacare. Just repealing, not replacing it with something new or anything of that sort. In fact, he hopes to maybe wait for that with more dialogue within a 2-year discussion. That's supposed to be, according to him, that's supposed to be happening next week. And I'm really hoping that this definitely gets passed in the Senate, and if need be, again in the House of Representatives. Because really, if anyone says no, this not only damages the credibility of the Republican Party, but it damages the credibility of the senators who voted no when they specifically said that they wanted to repeal Obamacare. That is going to definitely cost them, especially in the future elections. Maybe not right now, or not soon in 2018, since a lot of the seats happen to be held by Democrats, but it will definitely make a major impact. I hope that they would come to their senses and support repealing this. Of course, there's actually been a report from Senator Rob Portman, who was one of the people who did not support this bill. He told reporters in the conference call that it wasn't appropriate to repeal Obamacare without a replacement. And this is just from The Hill. Although he has not said he will vote against taking up the House bill, which is basically the repeal of Obamacare and not the replacement, like I said before. I hope that he does come to his senses and actually support this bill and eventually send it up to the president. This internal strife within the Republican Party, which is especially well shown in the Senate, is definitely derailing the agenda of the Republican Party. It infuriates me. We have a majority in the House of Representatives, we have a majority in the Senate, and we have the White House. Trump is trying to do all that he can. In fact, he's been doing a lot of stuff, especially with trying to decrease illegal immigration, trying to do as much as he can in order to repeal and replace Obamacare. But the senators, and especially congressmen, need to step up their game. They need to pull their own weight. This is what infuriates me. But there is some good news. According to Fox News, there was actually an announcement made by the President of the United States, Donald Trump, where tomorrow on Wednesday he's planning to actually have lunch with these Republican senators so that he can talk about a variety of topics, especially healthcare. I mean, that is definitely going to be a major topic as a result of just what happened today. And I hope this meeting at lunch would definitely convince Republicans to support this repeal plan and eventually send it up to the president. I mean, I get it, it's not replacement, but it's better than having a failing system in place. Better no system than one that is failing. That is what I say. I don't know if anything will change. I'm praying to God that these senators would actually get their act together and finally get something done within the legislature. Because honestly, there is no excuse for this. No excuse. My name is Noah Mian. Please like this video, post some comments, and share and subscribe. Thank you.